What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Best Bet Show. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Where's the graphics? Where's the banners of everything? We don't have them because I don't know why. And this is my daily rant every week. But we do have a new guest in Dr. Profit, who's now to my right. I'm going to switch you guys, honestly, because I'm used to having Austin up here. We're putting Doc back down low just to make it more comfortable for me. Everyone's coming in. Thursday Night Football. NBA is also back, but this is a Thursday Night Football show. Yes, football's still on. I'll introduce Austin first and then Dr. Profit. Austin, how you doing today, brother?
My man, it's good to be here. Good to have Doc here. We're missing AC, but he hasn't hit a touchdown score since week 1, so I guess maybe we needed to give him a breather. The fellas are here, though. The vibes are here. NBA is back. Honestly, didn't sleep for shit last night. I was so juiced and amped. But, hey, we're here. Doc, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. I feel like now I have this giant sense of responsibility to pick it up and hit a first touchdown bet today, so I'm excited.
I mean, the bar was set really low for you, so you can just, as long as your team scores first, you're probably doing better. Guys, everyone in the chat knows it's been rough for Alex in that first touchdown department. He's actually locked in my basement until he hits one, so we'll see what happens for when he gets out. If you guys want to donate, give some food off, you can drop it off. But we have the guys ready today. We have an interesting game. Vikings at the Rams. A total that opened up at 45.5 has gone up to 47.5. Is even at 48.5 on some books. And a spread that opened up at 3.5 has now gone down to 2.5. Could be with Kupp coming back. Maybe Puka's back playing. We don't know yet, but it's looking like he may be playing as well. A 5-1 Vikings team who are looking very good. They just lost to the Lions, but it was a very close game. It looked like they're going to be a tough out for anybody. And the Rams are basically a dumpster fire. Can they save their season or should they trade everyone away? We don't know, but we're going to find that out in the next week or so. What we do know is that they play tonight and we got to see what's going on. I think I lean the Vikings here, even though the Rams have their guys back. It's tough for me not to take them with this spread. I'm probably not going to have an official side or total, but the Vikings for me, even though they're on the road, it just seems like they're very technically sound, good offense, good defense. Sam Darnold's playing well. He's not really turning the ball over. And their wide receivers they have great skill positions as well. So I don't know where you're leaning. I'm leaning Vikings here and maybe an under the more it gets closer to 50, but I'm not playing the numbers as now. Austin, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah. Early look, did this open at 50.5? You know? I thought it opened at 50.5. Could be wrong.
I see 45.5.
That's where it opened?
That's what I see, which
I could have been wrong. I thought I saw it juiced up to 50.5, which I was.
It could have gone up there and maybe back down.
Yeah, came back down a little bit. That's what I was noticing. I think, honestly, for me, this Vikings team's been tough. I kind of lean them -2.5 today. They're just one of those teams where they don't turn the ball over. They run the ball effectively. And I like what Sam Darnold's doing, man. It kind of is giving me vibes to the Detroit Lions last year. Doc's probably not going to want to hear that, but it's giving me similar vibes to them, just where they're just that team that comes out. They're going to win a ton of regular season games. I think the Vikings aren't going to do much in the playoffs this year, but I like them right now in the regular season. So that's probably where I'm going. Doc, what about you?
I'm going with my gut, and I'm going the Rams. Obviously, there's a bit of Lions bias. I want to not root for the Vikings, but I don't think the Lions beat them last week. But even before then, I didn't think they were a 4-0, 5-0 team, whatever they were. They're good. Nobody wants to play them, but I think they're going to come down to earth a little bit. And I think on a short week against McVay on the road, I think we could see it exposed a little bit. I don't think the Rams are just going to handle business the whole game, but I could see them game-winning drive, something where it stays close and the Rams pull it out in the end just because of the circumstances.
I do think this game is close. I think it's a matter of, will Matt Stafford protect the rock? If he's throwing picks like he loves to do, this may get interesting really quickly. It also depends on if Puka plays and if they're fully healthy. There may be some good live spots in this game, but I know we're all on different props today. I actually don't know what Doc is on today, so we're going to find out. But I'm on the Vikings over 1.5 field goals, a better line. I bet this 365. You get the same bet as basically the Vikings kicker getting 1.5 field goals, but the line's just a little better. Same thing. I'm always going to take my primetime kicker, especially in a close game in a dome on Thursday nights, especially with one that is, I don't know. It's just like, I can't figure out what the hell, what do you call it? Like the Rams are doing, because the Rams are like this comment just made me a little upset here. Darnold's turned the ball over more than Stafford because they were running the ball a ton because they had no wide receivers. So it's like Kyron Williams like 25 carries a game, and that's what they were doing. So he wasn't turning the ball over. But in a game, I see it's going to be close. Kind of, offense on both sides. Can both red zone defenses be there? Who knows? But I do think both teams will get yardage and get in field goal range. That's why I'm taking the field goals there. I know you're on Sam Darnold, as am I, Austin, but I'll let you talk about why you like Sam Darnold under pass attempts here.
Yeah, I got it. Someone's phone just went off and absolutely blared my ears. I think that was Dr. P. I appreciate it. Going to Sam Darnold, I know Chuck's is on this. 31.5 pass attempts under. It's still available most places. Got it at -105 last night. I think it's 130 right now. I would still play it. If you get it at 30.5, I still would play it as well. Darnold's under in all 6 games this season, which is a crazy hit rate to be priced at 31.5. I was shocked when I saw it. On top of that, he's playing a Rams team that has allowed anyone and everyone to run effectively on him. Aaron Jones has pretty high rushing yard lines. Books are expecting him to be active. And I just don't see a spot where Darnold's probably going to pass a ton. They've seen success keeping him in the 26 to 28 pass attempt range. They've ran the ball effectively. And along with the Rams, obviously, Kyron Williams is going to get a ton of work. Cooper Kupp's back. Puka Nakua's probably going to play, I would say, just because I think it's odd that they have lines for him if he's not playing. So I lean that he is going to play. I think this line's too high, man. I think the clock is going to run. Both teams are going to run the ball effectively, and asking for 31 pass attempts for Darnold, who hasn't done it all season, and only one QB has gone over their pass attempts line against this Rams team this season. I think this is a smash spot.
All right, as long as we're staying on the Vikings train, I'll go Jordan Addison. I have him over receiving yards, and there's a lot of reasons to like it, but I think the biggest edge comes from the fact that the Rams are horrible against play action. They're the second worst team against play action in the NFL, and in play action, Jordan Addison is actually the guy that they use, even over Justin Jefferson. So attacking that deep ball against a team that doesn't defend play action well, I feel like it makes a lot of sense. His line's at 3.5 receptions, and with an 18-yard ADOT, 21 in the play action, you really only need 3 receptions to hit this.
Yeah, no, I actually like that a lot. I was thinking about adding that to my card myself. I'm not going to lie. I've been staring at it pretty much all day long. And you look at his target share is second behind Justin Jefferson in cover 3 as well. I think just like the way you said too, they're going to use him. And Justin Jefferson obviously takes a lot of eyes. I think Jordan Addison, the line is very low. And you see him get that line with 3 catches a lot. Again, I think you want to go yards over receptions, kind of like you alluded to. And it's just a good spot. And especially if you think the Rams can keep this interesting and possibly be leading or just keep it close, then I think receiving yards is going to be the way to go. I think that if you think the Vikings are going to run away with this, then I'd probably stay away from receiving props in that department. But I think most people think it's going to be close. Maybe some guys have one lean for one team, one lean for the other. But I think it's a 7-point game kind of through and through on both sides. So I like that a lot. I'm not going to lie. I only have 2 props, and that's Sam Darnold and Vikings kicker. I don't have any Rams props because I think it's just a cluster of I don't know what I'm going to see, especially with these guys coming back. So did you guys play Rams props, and are you still in love with them after this news?
So I did. Doc and I as well. We targeted Cooper Kupp 6.5 receptions. We posted a couple days ago. It's one of those lines where I felt great about it. I still feel pretty good. I mean, we got Cooper Kupp making his debut or his return from injury. And for me, I know the chemistry's there with Stafford and him. If he plays, I don't see him being a guy that half-asses it out there. I don't see him being a guy that plays injured and then sits out. I think if he's playing first snap, he's going to be good to go unless he obviously gets re-injured. I know there's some trade speculation stuff like that. I really don't see that happening with Cooper Kupp. Maybe it does, but I feel like we've seen most of our big wide receiver trade news already. The market seems to be a little smaller. So that's kind of my read there. Obviously, we said Puka Nacua might play. Don't really understand why you would play him first week back on a short week here. But like you guys said, this is probably their end-all, be-all. If they lose this game, they're probably selling the horses. So must-win spot for him. Makes me like 7 catches still for Cooper Kupp. I feel pretty good with it, but obviously not to the same degree if Puka plays.
Yeah.
All right, I do. So this isn't an official play for me, but since we're both on Cooper Kupp and people are probably looking for another Rams prop, my projections do like Kyron Williams receiving yards as another play. The Vikings are giving up 36 passing yards per game to running backs specifically. I think his line's 21.5, something like that. And he's going to be on the field every play. So Vikings blitz a lot. If some of that blitz gets home a little quicker than Stafford wants, you might just look to his check down. All you need is one big play. And if anybody's going to give it to you, it's going to be Kyron Williams. McVay just fucking loves the guy.
I actually agree with that. I think we know they're going to blitz heavy. So know they're going to blitz heavy. Maybe that means Cooper Kupp's more involved. But I think there's going to be more chances than not that a dump off to Kyron Williams off of a broken play, just kind of get it out of your hands quickly, which is what Stafford loves to do. This is crazy right here. This ridiculous cherry pick. Aaron Jones never covered 60 yards in Thursday game in his career. And worked out the Kamara when Kamara didn't score.
Week. Yeah, and it's off a short week. I don't hate that. It's just this Rams defense has been putrid to watch at stopping the run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
the other thing is Ty Johnson's snap share has gone just in the shitter. I don't know.
If DeAndre Swift can go for 100 yards on you, I'm not taking Aaron Jones under personally.
It's fair.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? If DeAndre Swift can rush for 100 on you, I'm certainly not backing an under.
That's a very good point. I think this game is interesting. I think this game was a lot harder for me to find my spots. I still love my plays, but usually I'm kind of debating on 5 or 6 spots. I feel like this is more 3 or 4, and I cut it to 2. And there's NBA on to save us from that as well now, so we can focus on that as well. Well, we've been talking before we get into our first touchdown. I'm just gonna bring it up. DraftKings Pick 6 is the sponsor. Play $5, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Don't have the banner for you, and I'm not going to give you one because you know what? We're on a little bit of a strike right now. But it's a great DFS app. Go hit the link in the description and download that today. But let's get into the first touchdown. Again, Alex is off the show in the meantime because he just can't. If you're watching Alex, no hard feelings. It's just the way it happens. You need a little bit of a breather. When you pick Derrick Henry and it doesn't work, you kind of need to sit one out for a week. It's just the rules. So we're gonna go again. Austin has hit the last one that we did. We've now gone 2 weeks without hitting one though. And if you dwell on the past, then it is what you want to do. I'm personally a fan of sticking to the future and seeing what we have in front of us. I'm not going to talk about the past, even though I am winning units wise, but that doesn't matter in the slightest. So we're gonna go. And since Doc is taking over Alex's spot, you do get to go first. So with that being said, who are you taking to score first tonight?
All right, so I think I'm just going to go with what I think is the easiest option, Kyron Williams. He's due to score every week. I saw a stat that since last Thanksgiving, he's either had 100 yards and or a touchdown in every single game. So if you think the Rams are going to be losing and he's not going to have enough attempts to get 100 yards, well, then he's probably going to get a touchdown. Let's just hope it's the first one.
I like it. If Alex said it, I would have said I hated it, but something about me.
The minute that type of shit starts popping up on social media, though, run. Because he is not getting in the end zone this week.
Didn't people say that about CMC for 7-8 weeks?
The minute I start seeing those 8, 9, 10 weeks in a row, that shit's chopping eventually.
Yeah, no, it's due. But you know what? I do like the pick. I'm going to go on the other side of the coin and go Justin Jefferson. Again, if you're just listening, or if you're just watching and not listening, Dr. P, I didn't even put the name on there, plus 425, Kyron Williams.
Is that both the betting favorites for scoring this week?
Austin loves to say that when he goes last. Austin's such a, you know what? We're going to talk about that later. My first touchdown, Justin Jefferson. It doesn't matter if they're the favorites. They're what's winning. And since, I got you. Who did Doc pick? Don't worry. We did it. Williams is right. We honestly don't have to listen to Austin because it's either one of those two guys scoring first. But since you're here, we'll let you speak. Who are you thinking is going to score first tonight?
And I've said that every week for the last 4 weeks, and it hasn't been the first 2 top scorers. So here we are again. I'm going for my 4th one of the year. Give me Cooper Kupp plus 950. Absolutely love this one. We're getting 7 receptions from him. He's minus 140 for 6.5 receptions. I would be shocked if this young man doesn't end up in the end zone. He's probably going to have a huge day today and then be traded by Sunday. So that's kind of what I have.
Listen,
plus
I
19.
like it. Listen, I hope one of us hits because I do want the people to win. I would rather it be me, but if it's not me, I hope one of you guys do win. Preferably Doc, though, if I had to pick one for this week, just so Austin can stop
Hey,
with
this
the
show
ramble.
has allowed the first TD scores to be a fun sweat, though. You got to admit, because I would never post these on Twitter just like by myself as official. So it's
Exactly.
it's a good additional sweat.
And we actually were doing really well with them up to the last 2 weeks, so we're due.
Yeah, we had like a 5 or 6 week span, I think, where one of us hit every single game.
Every single game, yeah, we did.
So
it just wasn't Alex.
Yeah.
I hope he's watching.
Crazy.
I hope he's watching. What about a cup anytime? I do like that. Not gonna lie. I think Stafford's gonna trust his guy. If they can't run it in, I think he gets it. But that's it for the show. Doc, appreciate you coming on. Make sure to follow all of them on Twitter, which you already probably do. Get access to their winnable that they just announced a few months ago as well. But yeah, let's have a great Thursday. NBA's rolling, football's rolling. Best of luck in your bets tonight. Peace out.